Keke. Oh my goodness, Keke. What you did was wrong. You disrespected your boyfriend, and I got to talk about it today, right? I know that so many people are coming at her boyfriend, Darius Daulton, because of this tweet that he put up talking about the way that she was dressed. All he said was, it's the outfit though. You a mom. And oh my goodness, they started eating him up, tearing him up on the streets. He even had to come back. He tried to come back and try to add some context to the situation. Y'all know I'm all about context. He tried to do that. He dropped this tweet letting you know, hey, we live in a generation where a man of the family doesn't want the wife and mother of his kids to showcase booty cheeks to please others. And he gets told how much of a hater he is. This is his family and his representation. He has standards and morals to what he believes, and he rests his case.
Oh my God.
He said that, and you would think, oh man, people would get it. But no. They continue to go at him, talk about how much money he making or not making, his profession, and just all of the stuff that really doesn't matter. The main issue is the way she was dressed as a mother and how it made him feel as the man that she's in a committed relationship with and as a man that she has a child with. So I know there's so many different aspects and directions that we can go with this topic, and there's so many other people out there who have done that. I want to talk specifically to the women who this channel is for, which are Christian women, women of faith, women with morals. There is so much that you can learn from this situation, and it goes right into a topic that I plan on doing an in-depth video on. It'll be on the Patreon soon, right? Which is diving into modesty. And you got to understand that godly men with character and morals, they have a certain way that they feel about a woman, her modesty, and the way that she dressed. And if you are a type of woman who wants to attract those type of men, you can't ignore how they feel about the way you dress. So let's get into this situation with Keke and dive into what I believe can be beneficial for all of you ladies that tap into this channel. Now, I'll be clear. If you're not a woman of faith, if you're not a Christian woman, if you're not a woman who has morals and values that you hold yourself to, you're not going to want to hear what I want to say. And honestly, this video and this channel isn't for you, and you know where the door is. But for those women who have morals, who are women of faith, and who are Christians, let's dive into it. You got to understand the fact that men care how you dress. I don't care what any man says. I don't care how dudes look at you out on the streets or look at women who are dressed immodestly, how they catcall, how you see their IG feeds and it's nothing but all these immodestly dressed women. Regardless of that fact, you got to understand the fact that men care how you dress. Even more so when you talk about godly men of character. They care how you dress, ladies. And let's be real, Keke is wrong because of the way that she's dressing. She's not moving like a wife. She's not moving like a girlfriend that's in a committed relationship with a man. She's not moving like a mother. Let's just be 100. Based on what Keke was wearing, how comfortable would you feel in the presence of your father like that? Like, yeah, that's another one that we could add to it. Even a daughter, like, how do you feel comfortable as a woman dressing like that, leaving the house? I mean, by all means, yo, you got something and you want to get attention, you want to show it off, that's your right. However, you got to recognize the fact that it's not just you. It's not like we don't operate in this world completely independent. There are other people that we represent when we step out into the world. And when you're in a relationship, the man that you are in a relationship with, whether he your boyfriend, whether he your fiance, whether he your husband, it's going to reflect on him. And if you ain't got none of those, at the very least, it's going to represent your father. And if you ain't got your physical, biological father, then it's going to represent your father in heaven, right? There's always going to be somebody that you're representing when you step out of the house, ladies. And the way you dress definitely should be representing them in a positive light, right? So I know a lot of people will say, and I've seen it, that this man is, he's insecure for wanting his woman to dress like this and trying to tell her what to dress. It's not a control issue. It's not a control issue. It's an image issue. It's an image issue with regards to what are you representing? What are you seeking when you step out there as a woman who is in a relationship, but you are dressing in a way in which you can get the attention of men who are not your man, right? We got to talk about this, man. A man is not insecure for wanting his woman to dress modest. I don't care what nobody says. That is not a reflection of insecurity. But I think there's also a very important point to make, because I like to look at things objectively, right? If a man got into a relationship with a woman that he knew prior to them entering into that relationship dressed immodestly, I feel like in that situation, you cannot expect her to change. You can't expect her to change. If she was dressing immodest before she had your child, before y'all was in a relationship, before y'all got married, then you can expect her to do the same thing. Like, I feel like it's totally ludicrous for people to expect for somebody to change just because now they're in a relationship, now they're a mother, now they're a wife. Nah, that's not gonna happen. Expect what you already got when you first met them. But it's different if you are with a woman who was modest out the gate and now all of a sudden she turning up and turning out. Now we got to address that. As a man, you cannot just sit back and allow your woman to just come out like that. And yes, I said allow in the sense of allowing it to go unaddressed, not in the sense of trying to control her. Because in a relationship, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. If I'm with a woman and we're in a committed relationship and she dressed immodestly, came out the house with what Keke got on, we going to have a conversation. And I think that that's something that also needs to address. I personally am not the type of person that I'm not about to go on Twitter and be like, boo, 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 about how my girl was dressing. That's different. That's the way he decided to handle it. And some people will do that. I feel like there's this range, right? You got people that they petty. The minute something come up in they relationship, they gonna be airing it out to the world. Then you got some people, they're just reactive. I feel like maybe in this instance, he was being reactive in the sense of, he saw something that didn't appeal to him and he wanted to make mention of it. But I do believe that a mature response when you're in a committed relationship, especially if it is the first offense, in the sense of this is the first time she ever went out and acted and did that type of stuff, talk to her about it in private. If she continues to show a pattern of that behavior, I'm gonna be completely honest, man. For me, it's a wrap. It's over. We might talk about it one more time and we're gonna address the fact that, hey, why'd you do this again, after we had a conversation about the fact that, this isn't the way we move. This isn't the way that we represent ourselves. I'm respecting you when I walk out the house and I expect you to do the same thing. It's mutual respect here. And if it's not there, man, bye-bye. It's over. It's a wrap. That's the way I look at it, right? But this is the thing. I totally understand that, ladies out there, you want men to give you the freedom to do the things that you want to do. By all means, man, you can stand on that soapbox for as long as you want. But this is the message that I want to convey to all of the women who tap into this channel. If you want an intentional man, if you want a godly man, if you want a man with morals and characters, you have to understand the fact that he cares how you dress and he wants a woman, not that he has to control, not that he has to tell how to dress, but a woman who respects him and considers him, meaning he ain't gonna be policing your behavior. He's not gonna be policing the way you dress, because you as the woman in a relationship with that type of man should already know that there are some things that you only want to reserve and reveal to him, and it's not for other men or even the world to see. You understand that there is something that should be treasured within the privacy of your relationship. And when you walk out there, you want to represent him in a way that will be beneficial. And most importantly, not only representing yourself, but representing your heavenly Father. But that's all I got in this one. I totally believe that, Keke was in the wrong. I think that there are some things that her boyfriend, Darius Daulton, did that also, you can put him under microscope, but that's not the issue. The issue is the way that she was dressed, how he handled it, how he decided to address it. Yeah, I mean, that's something that could be talked about as well, but we can't move the frame of the camera and put the lens all on him, put him under the microscope and totally ignore and just skate the issue of what she did. So that's why I gotta call it. What Keke did is wrong, and we gotta acknowledge that. We gotta acknowledge that, especially if I said, like I said before, if you are a person that represents morals, character, godly character on top of that, man, you can't sit back and say that what she did was right as a woman that's in a committed relationship. Or you can, right? Yeah, you can, but I can't. So it's wrong to me. That's how I feel. Definitely get in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are. But that's all for this one, man. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Until then, stay blessed, live, and love life. Thank God for another one. Deuces.